As the goal of this vlog is to talk about how to become a more complete, well-rounded professional prepared for the future, today I will talk about the different types of intelligence that a person can have. One of my biggest motivations is to talk about how you can develop your skills, knowledge, and understanding about the world. With that, I started to research what are the different types of intelligence. One of my biggest limitations is that I am very analytical, so I have a hard time believing in things that don't have much evidence or foundation, because I don't want to present other people's thoughts and assumptions to you. There are some theories about the different types of intelligences that a person may possess. Among them, Gardner's multi-intelligence theory, the theory of fast cognitive processing, the triarchic theory of intelligence, the theory of de facto, among others. Hit thumbs up if you want more content related to this one. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel too. In this month of December, I'll be posting some extra content while I edit our next course. Understanding the concept of intelligence. Hello there everyone! In psychology, human intelligence is often measured by IQ tests. However, one of the biggest criticisms of this score is that it's not consistent and that it only predicts performance in certain areas, ignoring other aspects of people's minds. Human intelligence is defined as people's mental capacity to perform complex cognitive feats, motivation, and self-perception. Some of the tests for assessing intelligence in animals are whether they can recognize themselves in the mirror, whether they can recognize the intentions of other animals. For example, crows hide their food when other more dominant crows are nearby. And even the ability of language and numbers. Here's what happens. If you use LinkedIn, you may have seen images depicting other types of intelligence, such as social and emotional intelligence, or even Gardner's model, the most well-known, which mentions around 9 types of intelligence. We will comment here on what are the intelligence that a person can have according to 2 theories. Theory of the triarchic model of intelligence. This theory was proposed by Robert Sternberg, an American psychologist and professor of human development at Cornell University. It was one of the first theories going to the opposite of direction of that of a single intelligence, defining 3 components. He divided intelligence into analytical intelligence, creative intelligence, and practical intelligence. For Sternberg, intelligence was a mental skill focusing on adapting the person to the context in a way that favors him or her. His biggest criticism was that intelligence tests ignored creativity. He created 3 theories which birthed the 3 intelligence, hence the name triarchic theory. First, analytical intelligence. Being intelligent on this aspect is the way we are most used to, referencing IQ tests and other standardized tests. Because of its analytical nature, a person with high analytical intelligence is good at solving problems. They are generally better able to see solutions not previously envisioned because of abstract thinking and judgmental skills. 2. Creative intelligence. Experimental theory proposed that there is a cycle of experiences that go from novelty to automation. It is at the extremes that this intelligence is best applied. On the novelty side, an individual is faced with a new task or situation and must come up with a way to deal with it. On the automation side, they are really familiar with the situation and can handle it with as little effort as possible. Creative intelligence is the ability to invent new ideas when dealing with new situations. This intelligence is associated with the use of previous knowledge and skills to deal with these new situations. Creative intelligence can be divided into 2 categories. Novelty, the ability to deal with problems for the first time, and automation, the ability to reduce the efforts of a task. Unintelligent individuals in this regard suffer a lot when facing new situations, take a long time to adapt, and or don't seem to think about how to reduce the efforts of repeated tasks. Third, practical intelligence. The contextual theory reports that intelligence is linked to the individual's surroundings. Therefore, there is an intelligence related to how this person acts in daily situation, including A, the ability to adapt to the environment, B, to select the best environment for you, and C, to shape it to your needs and desires. Practical intelligence is the person's ability to adapt to an environment or change it to fit his or her personal needs. Another way to understand this skill is common sense. Dealing with day-to-day tasks in the best possible way shows a person's intelligence. A person whose intelligence in the practical context is better able to handle concrete situations well. Theory of multi-intelligence. This is one of the most accepted theories, even in academia, despite not having scientific relevance. Howard Gardner proposes a model with 8 intelligences. More recently, he added 2 more, such as musical, interpersonal, visual-spatial, linguistic, verbal, among others. As there are many intelligences, I will go through each one a little more quickly. Visual-spatial intelligence. Intelligent people in this regard are good at visualizing schemes. They tend to like reading, to be good at puzzles, interpreting graphs and images, or even drawing and painting, as well as recognizing patterns easily. They tend to be good with directions too. Linguistic verbal intelligence. This intelligence provides the ability to use words well, both in writing and in speech. These individuals tend to be good at writing stories, memorizing information, and reading. They are also good at persuasive debates and speeches. Logical mathematical intelligence. This is the ability to analyze mathematical problems and operations. Intelligent people in these aspects are good at reasoning, thinking conceptually about numbers, relationships, and patterns. They like to solve logical problems and think of abstract ideas. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence. People who are good at movement and physical control. They tend to have great dexterity and coordination between the eyes and the hands. Intelligent people can be good at dancing and sports, like to create things with their own hands, have excellent physical coordination, and tend to learn by doing. Musical intelligence is an intelligence on thinking about patterns, rhythms, and sounds. Musically intelligent people have a strong taste for music and are good at music composition and performance. They are good at remembering sounds and melodies and have a knowledge of music structure, rhythm, and notes. Interpersonal intelligence. This is the intelligence about relationships with others. These people are good at understanding and interacting with people, at evaluating emotions, motivations, desires, and the intentions of others around them. They have good verbal and non-verbal communication. They see situations from different perspectives, good at empathy, create positive bonds with people, and are good at resolving conflicts. Interpersonal intelligence. People who are good at recognizing their own emotional states, feelings, and motivations. They tend to enjoy a moment of self-evaluation and analysis, exploring their relationships and understanding their personal strengths. They like to create theories and ideas and have a good interpretation of their own motivations and feelings. It's maybe the closest to emotional intelligence on this list. There are still other intelligence proposed by Gardner, such as naturalistic, existentialist, and pedagogical. Why do we have to learn what are the different types of intelligences? There are many studies on the different types of intelligence, and it's difficult in the midst of so much reading to choose the best or most appropriate. As I said in the beginning of this, I myself was trying to find one with a greater scientific basis, which I didn't find. Each theory addresses intelligence in subtly different ways. Why they all make sense is difficult to compare the theories, because a lot of what you believe yourself. However, discovering your cognitive potential and exploring the different facets that you are not used to or have not reflected on will help you define how you want to use your intelligence on your way to becoming a more complete professional. As we say in my hometown, better than that, just twice that. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel to follow the lessons. Like this content if you think it can help you, and share it with your colleagues and co-workers. Always look both ways. See you in the future.